Well, friends, I welcome you all to day two of this international conference come exhibition organized by CIDC in association with Indian Society for Trenchless Technology under the aegis of ICW 2020. I am Balraj Joshi, a former CMD of NHPC Limited, a premier hydropower company of the country. Well, today's entire day has been dedicated to energy, its status, its projections, and the effect of COVID-19 on the sector. I am thankful to CIDC for having appreciated the importance of the energy sector and dedicated a full day in this conference. Well, energy is important. Energy is definitely very important, and you talk of any growth in a country, which is generally measured by number of projects which are being undertaken at a given point of time. Energy is all pervasive and all required. You can't imagine any growth without energy. And that's another reason why we have to put our heads together to study and mull over the effects of COVID-19 on this sector. Well, COVID-19 certainly has come as a very big disruption. It has created disruption not only to the aspect that it has presented itself with many health issues to various countries, but has also changed the way we used to plan things. For example, it has actually challenged the existing globalization paradigm. You had been dependent on number of countries which were your neighbors for supply of various devices or raw material for the energy sector, which has now come under question. And eventually, realignment will have to be decided by Government of India. And it is here that the professionals like you would certainly contribute immensely to the efforts of seeing that our growth plans are not disrupted. Well, talking of electricity sector, which is also a major contributor to the primary energy, we are happy to report and know that India has become now self-sufficient in power. That's the claim of the government, and also rightfully so. However, when I look at this sector, I find that in coming times, immense pressures are going to come on this sector. What with the 24/7 power, 100% village connectivity, and also the newly enacted farm agriculture bills, which are going to, of course, open new vistas of business, namely the cold storages, etc. But however, this is going to put a lot of pressure on this sector, and the demands are going to multiply multifold. CEA estimates that in coming 10 years, we may have to double our installed capacity, which is standing at about roughly 380. So it has to go to about 8 lakhs megawatt. Now, the commitment of our country to the international community about reduction of the carbon footprint is another factor that is putting pressure on this sector and redefining our sources. Everybody is now looking at renewable energy as a more sustainable form of energy. And whenever we portray renewable energy, the first thing which comes to our mind is the solar panels and the windmills. Of course, with the recent modification in the hydro policy, Government of India has also included hydropower in the renewable energy. But coming to think of original renewable energy as we understood it, the solar energy and the wind energy, immediate picture which comes to one's mind is the solar panels. From where are we going to get it? Because as I said, this pandemic has redefined the global equations. So we may have to evolve a new paradigm in our country to start manufacturing solar panels in a big way and also competitively, so that the sector remains viable. Same thing happens to the windmills also. We also must try and start manufacturing quality windmills in our country post-pandemic. We are also mindful of the fact that apart from the infrastructure sector, the energy sector is the largest employment provider to our people, which is need of the hour. And therefore, emphasis and efforts have to be directed towards growth of this sector. CIDC has been doing very pioneering work in the infrastructure sector, in the real estate, which is of course one of the major employment providers beside energy. And it is really a great effort on their part to bring all the thinking professionals and beautiful minds onto this platform to discuss the issues of effect of COVID-19 on various sectors. I'm thankful to them, and I request all of you to give your best to this conference, and let's evolve some meaningful recommendations which can be fed to the policy making authorities in our country to see that our country grows in a manner that is perceived by our policy planners, COVID or no COVID. Thank you so much.